Let's begin with a gesture. Loosely and fluidly laying in the placement. Where is this arm? How long is it? Where's the other arm? And trusting your gut, or your hand rather, and making good enough choices to get you started. Okay, so let's get into the three major masses. Rib cage, looking for where's the narrowest part on the waist. That's where the bottom of your rib cage egg is. Follow that up. Look for those cyst dimples. That gives you the top edge of your pelvis. It's a bowl spilling forward. Get your landmarks going on. 7th cervical vertebra, spine, cyst dimples, tailbone. Finding the scapula and the AC process. Using some wrapping lines to tell us about the orientation. Orientation and 3D quality. Okay, so other landmarks I need on the pelvis are the great trochanter. So that's right here. You have a lovely little highlight on there. It's that hub on the outside of the hips that everything kind of centers around. We do have our cyst triangle, so we're good to go here. Let's begin with the pelvis muscles. Just do a little review. So we have this kind of triangular gluteus medius pad. And you can even see that separation between the gluteus medius on him and the gluteus maximus. So it's right around here. Then you have the maximus, and that swings over like this, attaches underneath the great trochanter. You have the tensor coming down below the great trochanter and ending in that big fibrous strap along the outside of the thigh. That's the IT band. It goes towards the outside of the knee. Then we have quads. They're being held in place by this IT band. And those quads run into a tendon that runs across the knee to the nose of the tibia. Then underneath the glutes, we have the hamstrings. And they create these little calipers that the calf muscles then insert into. There are two calf muscles, one on top, one underneath. They double up, become one big volume, and funnel into the Achilles tendon that grabs onto the heel bone. We have some more less curvy muscles on the outside of our lower leg. So here you can see that as well. You have the top portion of the calf muscle, and then there's a sub portion. So there's a little dip in here before it comes back out before we go to the tendon. So two muscles. Running into the tendon, grabbing onto the heel bone. The ankle bone on the inside, ankle bone on the outside. Outside is low, inside is high. I'm trying to slim down the drawing a little bit with these more darker lines, just because sometimes when you search and you're zooming in on something, you exaggerate, like the shapes become too big, so I felt like everything was getting a little bit too broad. So I was trying to get things back by becoming a bit more clear and defined with my marks here. But the search for the anatomy for this pose is done. I have all the groups that we discussed in class. Just to go over them one more time, you have gluteus medius, tensor fascia latae, which then runs into the IT band. Underneath the IT band, slightly poking out behind it, is still a portion of the outside quads. And then here we have the hamstrings. The hamstrings split, and the calf muscles insert into that split. And then here we have a much less voluminous group on the outside of our calves. And the back of the calves run into the Achilles tendon. And anytime we get close to the bone or we are dealing with tendon, use straight lines and use more curvy lines for when you're searching out the actual muscles.